Hello. So today I'm going to be talking about my video game backlog. I have quite a few that I have left. I've been working on this for working on finishing games on my backlog for years and years. It's kind of been my whole thing. So yeah, the ones that I kind of have now are more just like finishing the ends off, because I've done all the main big ones like Mario 64, Zelda Ocarina of Time, A Link to the Past, A Link Between Worlds, Metroid Prime Trilogy, Super Metroid, stuff like that. So the ones I have left to finish are the lesser, not the lesser ones, but how do I explain this best? Just for instance, I've got Four Swords Adventures, stuff like that. That's more it's considered a main part of the Zelda series, but it is a few side games. But I do have a few big ones that I've missed, like Pokemon Black. They're one of the big mainline Pokemon games, so yeah, I'll go through them all. Let me just switch hands. So yeah, I'll start off with Zelda. I've kind of done them all in order of series and how important I think they are to go through first and foremost. So yes, I just this year finished all the mainline Zelda games, which I'm very happy with. I've been doing this since 2015. It's been a long time coming, but I've had times of just dealing with burnout and stuff. Or maybe not burnout, but dealing with depression and not really having the energy to play games. But yeah, it's been a long time with this hobby. So that's why I've just kind of gotten to the end of them all now. So yeah, starting with Zelda, I played all the Zeldas from the originals to the Switch games like Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom were the first, not Tears of the Kingdom, but Breath of the Wild was the first Zelda game I ever beat. Even though my first Zelda game was Majora's Mask, which, as amazing as that game is, was not the best Zelda game to start off with, just because of how different it is, and the whole time management was not it for me. Definitely the best game to start off with would have been Ocarina of Time 3D, which is because it was the 3D games I've played with. Because the consoles I have are a 3DS, a Wii U, a Switch, and a GameCube. So all the older games I played were from the Virtual Console or Switch Online. So that's how I did it. And I played the 3D Zelda remake things on the 3DS. I just beat Majora's Mask finally this year. A long time coming. It took so long, but yeah. I was so happy when I did it finally. Yeah, I am gonna do probably a separate video talking about my top 10 favorite video games. So I'm not gonna go into detail about what my favorites are. But yes, I'm very happy. The 3D Zelda games are the pinnacle. 3D Zelda and 3D Mario are the pinnacle of Nintendo quality, I've always thought. Maybe Metroid Prime, but that's a bit of a different thing, since it's a different developer and stuff, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, I can't play the only one of these I actually own is Triforce Heroes, but it's not it's not one I've really felt the need to go to yet. I mean, obviously it's on my backlog, so I do want to get through it one day, but I just can't be arsed because it's Triforce Heroes, you know what I mean? It's not really known for being the most important or best Zelda game, so yeah. Anyway, we'll go down to Pokemon for now. If I think of anything, I'll go back to this. I don't have a script or anything, so that's why I'm kind of sounding a bit all over the place, but that's just how I am. I can, as I said in my last few videos, I can go through all this in my head perfectly and so articulated, but No, not now. Okay, so Pokemon Silver, Pokemon Black, and Pokemon Black 2. I do have Pokemon Black, but I'll tell you what, I really, really struggle to play the older Pokemon games that don't have the EXP share. Is it EXP? Yeah, EXP share, because I don't like it. I don't like going back and grinding. It really does just like wear down how much I would enjoy it. And for as much, I feel like that might be a bit of a controversial opinion, because the older Pokemon games are like just known as the pinnacle of the series. So, but yes, I just feel like I don't understand the love that some people have for the EXP share, or not having the EXP share, because like you wouldn't expect in other RPGs for all your party members to just not get experience if you're just using one. I don't understand it. Anyway, that's why I prefer to play remakes and stuff, even though they're maybe not. They're controversial, the remakes, aren't they? But I don't care. I just get the chance to play them in a way that's comfortable. So yeah, I do have, and I really want to really force myself to get into Black, because obviously Black just seems like the best Pokemon game to me. I've watched a walkthrough and everything of a lot of these games, so I do know a lot about them. So I don't know. Also, you hear a lot of great stuff about Pokemon Silver and Gold as well. But yeah, there's just not really a lot of options to play that game, which isn't extremely expensive. Yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully one day. I'm sure one day, probably, I will get the chance in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, I just kind of have a weird relationship with Pokemon, because obviously there's a few that I haven't beaten yet. But yeah, I do like Pokemon. I actually really, oh, my finger's in the lens. I really prefer the more open world Pokemon games. I know the quality isn't the best, but I love them. They're just so addicting. To go around these big open spaces and collect Pokemon, I love it. I really wish that I'm really looking forward to more like Legends Arceus type of games where you can actually throw the balls in real time. It's so much better. So I'm trying to steady the camera. Yeah, I mean the Pokemon. Whenever I do get into a Pokemon game, I really do enjoy it. So I just have to find that groove. Anyway, on the next one, Metroid. I really don't care about playing Other M in Federation Force. Oh, my camera's kind of going over. Because I played all the best ones, you know what I mean? I just beat all of the Prime Trilogy games this year, and they are just amazing. They're so good. And I just, obviously Federation Force and Other M are just not known for being as good, and I have seen walkthroughs of them. Other M was actually the first Metroid game I ever played. Another one, not a good one to start with. I played it a lot. I got to Ridley, and then I just couldn't beat him. But that was a long time ago. That was in like 2015. And as I say, I have played all the big ones from all these series. So like the remake of Metroid 1 Zero Mission, and the remake of Metroid Samus Returns, or Return of Samus Returns, which are all great. So I have played like the 5 Metroid mainline Metroid games and the 3 Prime games, which are like the big ones. So I'm happy. So I'm not in any rush to really do Other M. I might do it one day. And if I can find Federation Force for cheap, secondhand, then I'll definitely give it a try. Maybe Maybe not outright, because I do have a lot of other games to get through on the DS, as I say. So I don't think Federation Force will be top of the list for me. Anyway, on to Pikmin 3. I came so close to beating this. I love this game. But it's just when you get to the Plasm Wraith part, I can't. It's just, I find it so bloody stressful to get through. It was the part where you have to save Olimar and get him to the ship. Can't do it. I've came back to it time and time again, and it just stresses me out too much. I can't do it. I don't like being stressed out in video games, which is why Majora's Mask took me a lot of time to beat, even though I love that game. It's just a shame about Pikmin 3. Like, obviously that's Majora's Mask's whole thing, but like Pikmin 3 was just like right at the end when I was having a great time, and it's like, ugh, I don't like this. But yes, hopefully I'll get around to really finally beating this game. I came so close. Same with Star Fox Zero. I got to Andros when I played it in 2016 and then couldn't beat him, and then I got a new Wii U and all my games were reset, so... And can I really be arsed playing through Star Fox Zero again? I don't know. As for Star Fox Adventures, the game is so uniquely beautiful. It's just a shame that it's so irritating. Because I got quite far in Adventures this year, finally. I owned the game for a while again, just like a lot of these. I could not get past this one trial. A Trial of Fear, I think it was, or Test of Fear. It was so weird, and I hate it. Gimmicky. No, hopefully I'll get back into it one day, but it got me so annoyed I couldn't do it. But I beat Star Fox Command this year, which I never thought I'd do because I found it really gimmicky and weird, but I really did just manage to get into the groove of it. I've done a few endings, I've not done all the endings, so maybe one day I'll go back to do that. Because like there's a few games that I have beat that I didn't really get the big ending off, which I'd like to do, like Star Fox Command and Metroid Prime Hunters. Because I didn't get like the proper ending of Metroid Prime Hunters, which was annoying. And I didn't get the proper endings of Kirby 64 and Kirby Dream Land 3, which I did this year. I sat myself down and got all the... they became one of the few games I've 100%ed along with Pikmin 2, which was great. Happy with that. I got the good endings. And yeah, that's why I did that for Pikmin 2 as well, because that's how you get the proper ending with... I think it's... I can't remember what it was. Was it with Louis? Yeah, you did. You had to go back and see what was happening with Louis. I remember now. On to F-Zero GX. The F-Zero GX is like the only game, because I've played just about all the F-Zero games apart from Maximum Velocity and Climax, which are all on Switch, but I can't play Switch Online at the moment for a reason that would take too long to explain, so I'm not going to. But yeah, F-Zero GX is the only game with a story, and that's why I'm counting for like games I want to beat. And I will play like the other F-Zero games I haven't played yet, but I can't with the F-Zero story, the GX story. It's so hard. It's infamous for being extremely hard, and I can't get past the second level, and I'm not ever going to, and I've accepted that, and that's okay. Anyway, on to Kid Icarus. I've not played this game. I think I owned it once on my old 3DS, but then it broke, so... And obviously the Switch, not the Switch, the 3DS eShop's closed down now, so I can't get it again. So hopefully they'll be willing to put it on Switch Online when I can play Switch Online again. Here's hoping. Xenoblade Chronicles X. Okay. So if you know me, you know that I fucking love Xenoblade. It's my favorite series. And I do like Xenoblade Chronicles X as well. I've heard that I've heard and seen how great the open world is. The story is like not as strong, but there is a lot of parts of it that I really like. Anyway, that's not why I haven't played it. I haven't finished playing it because, and I've never heard anyone else have this problem, but it's been so bad for me. at the end of like chapter 3, I think, or chapter 4, there's like this weird bunch of things that you have to do in order to get to the next chapter, which I've never figured out how to do, and it's the worst. It sucks because I really want to play this, so hopefully when Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition comes out, they would have managed to make that, just make a lot of things about that game less, like, really hard to understand, because it is. It's hard to understand a lot about the game. Like, it's infamous for that, I think. Anyway, on to Mother 3. Mother 3, I think it's quite obvious why this isn't an easy one to play. I do have the fan translation game physically, but again, I just found it hard to get through. I got past the like big spoiler moment at the start of the game, but yeah, after that I find it quite hard, and I don't really have the means to play it anymore because it was quite an old DS that I was using, and it had the GBA backwards compatibility. But yeah, hopefully I'll wait until they finally put out Mother 3 internationally. That'd be good.